Welcome back to another episode of Texas Underground Legends. I am your host, JVaz, and as always, make sure you follow us on all the social media pages at The JVaz Show. Shouts out to the sponsors. The show is brought to you by La Conecta. Make sure you check them out at shoplaconecta.com. You guys can see the air fresheners. They got stickers. They got lanyards. They got the rolling trays. They got the hats. They got this book that's been going around, the Mamalona that could. They got the Cut Energy Drink para que andes al 100. Make sure you guys check them out at shoplaconecta.com. They got a 30% discount sale right now for Halloween weekend. So make sure you guys give them a holler. This show is also brought to you by GT Digital Distribution. If you're an independent artist looking to take your music to the next level, give them a holler at gtdigitaldistribution.com. Our newest sponsor, Tatted Locals out there in Stafford, Texas. I don't know if you can see this. Just hooked me up the other day. If you're looking to get tatted up, if you're looking to get some piercings, and they got teeth whitening. They do all kinds of services. Make sure you guys check them out. You guys can see their Instagram right here, and we'll have the links to their location on the description of the video, description of the podcast. Joining me today, man, second episode of Texas Underground Legends. You know what I'm saying? Friends of the show, we've had them on the show previously. From Fat Texas, shut them down, and these guys have history. These guys have a lot of history, and hopefully we can talk about some of it today. You guys can see them on camera. We got the Damn Sen.
You know what I'm saying? Damn Sen, we in here.
We got Big C, the OG, in the building.
Man, y'all already know what it is, man.
And man, as you know, second take now, but as I mentioned previously, last time we had you on the show, we were just talking about history and just trying to get some of that, I guess, undocumented history from Shut 'Em Down in Fat Texas. And I was telling, and I'm glad we're doing this again because I forgot to mention this, but I was telling Shadow, I like, bro, I wish you guys did more like behind the scenes on like studio sessions and things of that nature, because as fans, at the time, YouTube was barely coming out. I think like in 2002 or whatever the hell it was.
Back then, we didn't have the smartphones and all that shit. I mean, we did do some recording, on them big-ass camcorders or the little handheld camcorders. All that shit got lost in the mix. But, we didn't have the smartphones.
And it's cool when if you dig deep in YouTube, you find some clips of y'all from the Shut 'Em Down days. That shit cool.
Yeah.
But again, ain't no telling what kind of, like you said, could be them big ass cameras
or a
or
lot of shit that we recorded and shit like that. That's just missing in action. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
And it makes me wonder who the hell had this footage that uploaded it on YouTube.
Real,
you know what I mean?
Hey, if you got that footage out there, man, please, man, drop it, man. Drop it. The world want to see it, man.
Yeah, for square business.
Yeah, man. So let's get into it, man. We're here to talk about this project you guys dropped at the beginning of the year. You guys have been busy. We'll talk about your single project here in a second.
Yes, sir.
But March 7th, you guys dropped Bottom of the Map, 11-track EP. Some of the features on there: Renetta Spencer, K Reno, Young Easy, Cook from Faculty. And I told you guys the reason that I liked the project was because it's a mix of everything. You know what I mean? Like you guys got your H-Sound shit, you got your music you can be riding, what was it, City Lights, you can, riding around, jamming to that. And then you guys get personal with Looking Back. It's a track where, as I mentioned, you talk about losing your family to the game.
Yes, sir.
You talk about the passing of your wife. And it's cool that you're able to bring all those flavors into one tape, because at the end of the day, bro, we like riding around, but at the same time, we're all going through something.
Yeah,
so you can easily go from one track to the next one. And
there's something on there for everybody to feel.
Yeah. And that's dope that you guys are able to do that. And I complimented you guys on the fact that you guys compliment each other on these tracks.
Yeah.
And that's dope. And just to run it back one more time, let's talk about the project, as far as how the project came together.
Well, yeah, man, I was working out there at a studio drop shop right there off of Clinton Drive and shit, man. So I told Big C pull up, jump on a feature. He did a feature. I did mine. Song came out jamming. Came out the booth. I told him, guess what, man? 9 more songs left. He's like, what you talking about? I said, shit, for an album, man. And shit. And ever since then, we got on it,
Yeah, that's how it was, man. He ain't lying. He hit me up to do a verse for a song called Pistol on My Lap. And I went in there and dropped my verse first, you know what I'm saying? And then Sen went in there, dropped his verse. and came out the vocal booth and was like, "Look out, bro, we got 9 more songs to go." And I said, 9 more songs for what? He said, for our album. You know what I'm saying? And I you know, I sat on it and thought about it, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's go and make it happen, man.
Yeah, but we 25 years deep, you know what I'm saying, friendship and shit, you know.
Yeah. So it makes everything so much smoother.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like, not just the friendship, but the fact that you guys were also part of the same labels. So you guys have seen the same shit, you know, building the career the same, you know, through the same eyes, I guess you can say. And it's easier to jump on a track and get a feel for, you know, what Big C's talking about to, you know, what you're talking about. And I feel like it'll make the process so much smoother and whatnot.
That chemistry's there, you know.
The chemistry, And as I mentioned, some of the features that, you know, I guess stood out to me, Renetta Spencer, as I mentioned, she's daughter of the legendary Ronnie Spencer. The K Reno feature, that was a dope ass track too. Credit.
Shout out K Reno for blessing us, man.
Really,
There was a lot. Damn, of course, my mind's gonna go blank, but there was a bar on there that when I listened to the track, it was very like
on credit.
Okay. But my mind's gonna go blank, so I don't even know.
Something K Reno said.
Yeah, towards the end of his verse.
What the hell does he say? I can't even remember.
Yeah, I can't.
You know,
I'm like, I don't want to put myself on the spot, then my mind just goes blank. Like, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about.
But
he
did
credit is dope.
Yeah.
You guys put out a visual for It's Cold.
Yeah.
What kind of feedback y'all getting on that one? First of all,
we're getting a lot of good feedback, and of course, you know, the hate come with it too. You know what I'm saying? People always got something to say. You know what I'm saying? So we don't pay that shit on mind. You know what I'm saying? So we just doing it for the people that fuck with our music, man. You know?
Yeah.
So you know that's all we're trying to do, man. Feed the streets.
Yeah.
I feel like as I've gotten older, I've started to pay less attention to the hate, and I'm more of I started taking the approach of like when people's like, oh, you're. You know, the background sucks, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, let me see yours.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're comparing it to what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, man, get out of here with that. But City of Lights, is that a visual we're going to get here in the future? Because as I mentioned.
We're working on it, man. We just got to get everybody's schedule on point, you know what I'm saying? And find a dope videographer.
Yeah, because, you know, we got a few people on this. Me, Sen, Lil Spill, and Braid and Renetta. So you talk about five
different schedules.
Five different artists, you know what I'm saying, that we got to get to all come together to do just one song, you know, so.
But it's gonna get done. It's gonna get done because that you know
that's a summer jam.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, it's a summer jam.
Good feedback on that one.
You guys got plenty of time, I guess, from here to the next summer to be able to make it work one way.
Yeah.
Looking back was a dope track, man, because again, you get to see the personal side of things. And I just want to get, you know, in the individual stories of you guys. You talked about losing your family to the game and whatnot. Just talk to us more about, you know, your verse on there as far as being able to open up.
Yeah, man, you know, like every project I drop, man, I try to give the fans at least one song of me, you know, the real me, so they can understand and you know what I'm saying, see where I'm coming from. But, you know what I'm saying, that's like a song that I was in the studio all night, you know what I'm saying, I could have been at home with my family and all this shit, but, you know, I sacrificed for this music shit, man, and, you know, in the long run, I lost it all, but I bounced back, you know what I'm saying? I keep doing this for the streets, you know what I'm saying? I got loyal fans out there, so I got to keep doing it, you know what I'm saying? If I stop now, shit, I did it for nothing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to make it, man, just trying to get it.
Yeah, and like I said, it's something that a lot of people can relate, which, you know, we're going to get into yours, Big C. We lose loved ones, and sometimes we feel like if it wasn't for this game, we could have spent more time with them, or at least that's how I feel about it sometimes. But you did mention about, you know, losing your wife on that verse as well. Can you talk to us more about that?
Yeah, man, it was just, you know, in 2018, man, you know, I came home, you know, and I found my wife unresponsive, you know, did call 911, did CPR on her, everything, and you know, when they got there, basically she was dead on arrival, you know what I'm saying? So when the song It's Cold, you know, when Sen, you know, did that hook and wanted to do that song It's Cold, you know, I just had to, you know, put that part in there, you know what I'm saying? because like I said that I lost a lot of homies, but losing wife fucked me up.
It's just a little bit different, yeah.
That's why I said on my verse, I lost a lot of homies, but losing wife fucked me up the most. You know what I'm saying? Because it did. You know what I'm saying? So we try to do real music. You know what I'm saying? And just have a mixture of different types of songs in the album. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. There's one song we might talk about like city lights, just riding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then on this cold, we might talk about shit like, it's a cold world. I miss my homie. You know what I'm saying? I miss this person. Then we might do like looking back. You know what I'm saying? And different shit like that. Yeah. So we try to switch it up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people that's going through certain things. Everybody ain't. We don't want to make music just about balling and this and that, because everybody ain't balling. Everybody ain't doing all that, but everybody done lost somebody. Everybody can feel that, you know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
So we try to mix it up on our music, you know what I'm saying?
And again, going back to what I said, that's why I like this project, because you guys were able to mix both, both sides of the coin, I guess you guys can say, the good side and then the personal side, showing there is bad to some things. Conversation that I had with Shadow earlier, man, and it kind of connects to what we're talking about. We were talking about how expensive this game is, and we're not talking about money. We're talking about how expensive it is mentally, how expensive it is doing stuff like this, not with your family, being in the studio instead of with your family, maybe missing out on a birthday and whatnot. You guys have been in the game for a long time. What are some of your most, I guess, memorable, if you could take back time, moments, if that makes any sense? Like, maybe, just an example, I don't know if this happened, but your child was born, but you were in the studio.
Yeah, nah, man, I was there for every all 4 of my kids being born.
He's like, no, I was there for all of them.
I made sure that, But I think like the one thing that I could take back, man, was D-Town and them pulled up to my house. South Park was working on Reveille Park. They pulled up to pick me up. And that's when Flake jumped on that "Get Your Guns." So I was supposed to be on that song, but my girl was mad at me. So to calm her down, I stayed home and I didn't go to the studio that night. Yeah. So the next day I heard the song, I was like, "Fuck, man, why did the fuck I stay home, man?"
And that wasn't the best track too.
You know what I'm saying? I missed out on that shit, but that's the biggest regret. Otherwise than that, man, I ain't miss shit with my kids. I'm there all day, every day for my kids. You know? I put my kids before this music, but I still do the music because I can, I'm not out here trying to be the biggest. I'm not the best in H-Town. I'm not the worst, you know what I'm saying? I'm just maintaining,
Yeah.
And at that point with me at that time, I was single. You know what I'm saying? I already had my kids. Well, not a couple of them, but I already had my first 2 kids, you know what I'm saying? And 99 we split up, so 2000 when we cranked up Shut 'Em Down, I was single, so I was living that single life, you know what I'm saying? But I had my kids and everything, but as far as a wife at home or anything like that, none of that came into play until after I left Shut 'Em Down. Is when I met when I met my wife and everything.
Speaking of Shut 'Em Down, well, first, make sure you guys check out Bottom of the Map, available on all streaming services.
Yes, sir.
And run up the numbers. Let us know which tracks you would like to see a visual of. That way, it gives them an idea of what to work on. Yes, but speaking of Shut 'Em Down, I talked to Bing on the phone the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hell yeah, free Bing.
Yeah, I seen some of that.
And it's, to me, again, as a fan, it's cool to hear who we think of as a legend.
Yeah.
To mention, y'all. Yeah. Right? Because sometimes some people get big-headed and don't even take the time to say, well, thanks to so-and-so, I became who I became.
Yeah, no doubt.
And in the beginning of the interview, he said, because being around people like Shadow, Filetto, Big C, he's like, and all the Shut 'Em Down guys, it made my, I guess his career easier. How does it feel to be, as I was telling Shadow, he doesn't see himself as a legend. Do y'all see yourself as legends, first of all?
Man, I'm working hard to be one, you know what I'm saying? But at the current moment, I'm not, but I'm finna be one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just see myself as a guy, man, who just, you know, a street cat, man, who just, you know, did music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, like I said, for a lot of years, you know, after it shut them down for a lot of years, I wasn't doing music. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't. I mean, I was doing features, but that wasn't what I was thinking about. I was trying to be a family man, and,
Yeah.
and do family things and that, you know, and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt.
Well,
So-
as a fan, before I ask this question, as a fan, I want to give y'all my opinion on why I think you guys are legends. In a time when we didn't, you know, as a Hispanic, as a Mexican, we didn't have a lot of representation in the rap game, right? So then at the time we have Dope House and Shut 'Em Down. And to have Shut 'Em Down have, you know, the black and the brown come together and create music that we enjoy listening to the point where if it was, I don't know, somebody from Corpus that we had never heard of, but if it featured anybody from Shut 'Em Down, if it featured anybody from Dope House, we would buy that album.
Yeah.
We would buy it just for that one song.
Yeah.
It was like, because this was before shit was streaming, so you couldn't just buy a single.
Yeah.
And it made us feel like, and I speak for Texas. I can't speak for Cali. I can't speak for anybody else because I know the cultures are different to where, you know, people don't get along like that. But being from Texas, it was cool to see the black and the brown come together and create the music that we enjoy listening to, right?
Yeah.
So then it threw our whole from, I don't know, I was like 15, 14, I think the first time I listened to this, and now I'm 36, being raced around those music, and then the younger generation brings, you know, y'all's name up and gives y'all credit. To me, that's legendary. Because we live in a time where people's, you know, forget about shit. People rewrite history and people get overlooked. But Dope House and Shut 'Em Down have been such a big, you know, staple of, you know, what Houston, what the southern region is. So that's why I look at you guys from Shut 'Em Down as legends.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. You know, me personally, I just look at myself as somebody who's done it for 31 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I don't really, you know, call myself a legend. I don't want to be the king or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a guy, you know what I'm saying, who did it for 31 years. And basically that's just how, you know, that's just how I feel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, there's other people, you know, who might say, you know, because I've had people tell me, man, you a legend in the game. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, you know, like I said, I might not necessarily feel that way. I just feel like I'm a guy who did it for 31 years. You know what I'm saying? For 31 summers. You know what I'm saying? And I've been wrecking, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No doubt.
That's just how I feel. You
It's
know
a long time, man. 31 years.
Yeah, Mayate known as Chato.
Yeah. That's why I said that me and Sen just did a song recently at Audible Studios called On Me. And I said a line where I said, better call a plumber because I've been shitting on you boys for 31 summers. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I just feel like I'm just somebody who's been, you know, doing it for 31 years, but, you know, I don't look at myself as a legend. And like I said, I took a 13-year, you know, pause with the music besides doing the feature. You know, I hadn't dropped the album since From the Ghetto. The last album I was on, as far as not feature wise, was From the Ghetto Volume 2. They did take my song and put it on From the Ghetto Volume 3, but then after that it was just strictly features. You know what I'm saying?
Me, shit. I'm trying to rap till I can't rap no more.
Sen been gone.
I'm trying to rap till I can't rap no more.
Sen ain't stopped. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then of course, you know,
Long as I can talk, I'm gonna keep rapping. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. And now we recently, bam, we dropped this Bottom of the Map. So you know what I'm saying? It's to me, it's like a you know, R.I.P. Poker, you know, like how he was gone for like 13 years and then all of a sudden he comes out with the Sensei album. So that's the same kind of deal. Like with me, I was gone all this time You know what I'm saying? Besides the features, and then obviously, and then
the passion's still there.
And I come out with the bottom of the map album.
Hey, side note, it took me about fucking a whole year to get him in the studio to work on the album. Well, I was on his ass all the time.
You know, it was you know, my wife had passed. You know what I'm saying?
I was trying to keep his mind clear.
Yeah, so I was going through my grieving process. You know what I'm saying? I didn't want to fuck with the studio. I didn't want none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? So it took me about a year because we already had Forgive Me for My Sins was a song we had already wrote before she passed. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? And then for that whole year, man, I wasn't feeling it. You know, I'm trying to go through my grief and my grieving process, and you know, that whole year, and then finally, you know what I'm saying, you know, Sen kind of just stayed on, let's you know, about doing a video for it. And after about a year, you know what I'm saying, I felt I was ready, and we went ahead and did a video and that was Forgive Me for My Sins.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that was
yeah.
Oh, what 3 years ago?
Yeah.
I think the last time
we did that one in 2019, so it's about 4 years ago.
Okay, because I think 2020 that's when we did the interview, I believe.
Yeah.
And that had just barely come out like a couple months ago, maybe 6 months ago or something.
We already had that out in 2019. We already had that out when we did that video, because I think, matter of fact, I think we had just did Bottom of the Map when we came and did the video. I mean, the last interview with you.
So, I think.
So we did Bottom of the Map right before the COVID.
Okay, so that's what it was. Because that was my first interview right when they started opening shit back up.
Yeah, right before the COVID hit, because it was 2020. So it's right before the COVID hit is when we did Bottom of the Map video. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, and then after that, we backdoored it with, you know, It's Cold. And then we backdoored it with Black Tea.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
speaking of, you know, you mentioned you know 31 years. How long you been in the mix?
Since 99. Shit, 24 years.
That's a long time. That's a long time. 31, 24.
I was in ninth grade. Dropping CDs in stores, man. Still in school.
Yeah. You guys, you know, we again, in the first interview, if you haven't watched it, make sure you do so. We talked about how you guys were part of Fat Texas, went in to shut them down. One thing I don't remember, how long of a period, I know you weren't shut them down for a while.
Yeah.
Well, how long were y'all shut them down for?
Me, personally, I was in shut them down from 2000 to 2001 to 2004, 2005.
About 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, and I was with Shut Them Down from day one. From day one, we shut them down, cranked up, because we were 713.
Well, I was a part of that shut them down since the Dare one. Fat Texas, but
we were 713 Stunners, so
713 Stunners,
you know, so we went from the 713 Stunners, and whenever they cranked up the, you know, when Ike Man ended up hooking up with,
because D-Town was really a part of Fat Texas. Him and Shorty with the Money Man.
Yeah.
And then when they broke up and split up, that's when D-Town did the Shut 'Em Down records.
But but as far as like the Shut 'Em Down in itself, from day one. Yeah.
When would y'all say Shut 'Em Down was at its peak?
I say right when Lowe's got locked up. Like right when Lowe's got locked up, when we dropped that Screwson 3 Stuck in the Mud.
Yeah.
That's what took us a little higher, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's really a Shut 'Em Down tape.
It's really a Shut 'Em Down album. They came to grab songs from us, and they just threw 2 South Park songs on there and released it.
Because you remember, Dope House was the one putting out those Screwson albums and the volumes, but
he was basically giving us the, you know what I'm saying, the spotlight. You know what I'm saying? Because he knew he was going to jail. Yeah. And so he was just like, fuck it, I'm going to hand the game over to y'all. Y'all take care of it while I'm gone.
Yeah. Because, man, like, not just because I have y'all here, but I think I speak for a lot of people. That was probably the best Screwson tape.
It's the most selling Screwson out there catalog.
Because I feel like, well, the first one had a couple cool tracks. I think the one with Coast was cool. I
was on the first one too. But
the second one was a lot of recycle, right? If I'm correct.
But the third one's full of beans.
I don't know, but
the third one's full of beans. And that's why.
And
that's why it's so.
The letter, pound for pound, the house party,
Dodgy, all that.
Dodgy, and there's more songs you remember from that Screwson project than the other ones. And even as I mentioned, I believe Pink Soda, I think that was the name of the second one, if I'm correct. I don't know. That one was more like recycled, old, SPM songs you heard on the previous records, blah, blah, blah. Might have had some new ones, but didn't really stood out like, Stuck in the Mud was
that's the highest selling. Stuck in the Mud is the highest selling.
We ain't capping or nothing, but that I mean, we ain't capping, but that's just what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't part of neither group, still not. Yeah. And I feel like Stuck in the Mud was the best, Screwston tape.
That's why I always say we ain't capping, but that's just what's happening.
Yeah.
And Stuck in the Mud was the hardest Screwston album.
Yeah.
To this day.
Because then after that, it was
to date.
I mean, I think there's still like 3 or 4 more after that, but they weren't really nothing. I don't even think Dope House was doing them anymore at that time. But
sure, but
and the reason I asked, the peak question is because it again, as a fan, it felt like it was a short run.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? In y'all's eyes too?
Well, yeah, it kind of it got cut short, man, because a bunch of behind the scenes shit happened and which shouldn't happen, and that was the death of a dynasty right there, man. A lot of fuck shit happened off the mic, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's what really fucked us up, man.
Then
Bean got locked up. Then when Bean got locked up,
we were street niggas.
Then when Bean got locked up, it was
still doing a lot of street shit. We were street niggas, so we were still doing a lot of street shit. You know what I'm saying? So we wasn't just strictly just focused on the music like we should have been. We was doing a lot of street shit too. So that's what,
and then again, Bean getting locked up, that kind of hurt us bad. That really hurt us.
We'll talk about Bean here in a second, but to say what you say, how y'all were in the streets. A lot of the comments that I get on my YouTube channel is commenting that Dope House was more industry, Shut 'Em Down was streets. And the reason I bring that up is because you see the Dope House, ended up with Baby Bash. Baby Bash went to Universal. Yeah. I was talking to Bing about, what would have happened if you would have never got locked up. And he was like, I probably would have died in my 20s. He's like, because I like rapping, but my lifestyle was completely different, which goes back to what y'all said. It was, y'all were really in the streets doing shit. And it was music. It was, what he said, it was music for the streets. We never really cared about it. If we were on radio, that was a plus, but that wasn't the focus. Do y'all feel, in y'all's opinion, like obviously Bing going to jail, that killed the momentum for y'all?
Hell yeah, it actually did, because he was the next Mexican.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So South Park got locked up. It was Bing's turn, and
don't get me wrong. I mean, we kept going because we had to keep going. You know, like from the Ghetto Volume 1, from the Ghetto Volume 2. Neither one of those albums got Bing on them. So we kept going. You know what I'm saying? Him getting locked up didn't just shut us down. You know what I'm saying? But it hurt us, but we kept going. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody once told me that, in their opinion, and I want to get y'all's opinion, if Bing would have never went to prison, he would have been bigger than SPM.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Most definitely, bro. Most definitely. Bing was the Mexican. He was
say that. I always say that.
Yeah, because they said he had the voice,
the look,
he could rap for the females, could rap street shit,
all that shit. He had it all.
He probably been one of the biggest Mexican rappers right now to this day. Because you talking 20, he's been gone since he's been gone 21 years,
and shit still crushing.
So imagine if he would have been out here, what he could have accomplished in those 21 years. He'd probably be the biggest thing.
Well, how old was Bing when he got locked up?
He was probably like 20.
Yeah, because this was in 2002. So he was about 21.
How old is he now?
He's about
30.
Man, I don't know.
Still fairly young though, right? That's what I was trying to get to.
Because let me see, I'm gonna tell you how old he is. Because when he was 18 in 2000, he was 18 in 2000. He was 18 in 2000.
Yeah, so he was like 19 when he went to jail.
So now 18, it was 15 and talk. So he's like what, 33?
No. Because if he was in 2000, if he was 18 in 2000, I was like 14. So he's probably like what, 40?
23 and 18. He's 40. Yeah. So that'd be 41. My bad.
Yeah.
So he's about 41. 40. Yeah, my bad.
Still the hardest Mexican on the mic, you know what I'm saying?
And again, I bring all this up, man, just because at the time we didn't have any sort of documentation. You know, there was, like we mentioned, no cameras and whatnot. Yeah. But what are some of like the most memorable stories from the days y'all spent at Shut 'Em Down or Fat Texas?
Man, we got a lot of them.
We got a lot.
A lot of them we can't say on the camera. You know what I'm saying?
the one of the most memorable ones for me was the Summer Valley Jam. Yeah, that one. That's the one with the one with the house party with us all on stage. That's on YouTube, and Bing's him and Faker performing the song House Party. That was
one I remember a show in Waco.
Memorable ones. A show we did in Far Texas. To me, that was
Valley.
One time we did one in Waco, and the promoter had us at his house, and he said, "Don't steal nothing from my house." So my boy Bing said, "Yeah, cool." Next thing you know, we're heading home. That motherfucker Bing got laptops for days and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Bing was the type of nigga, hey, you tell him don't do something, he gonna do it. Yeah, he gonna do it. Because the dude said, don't fire no weed up in here. Next you know, Bing firing the weed up. You know what I'm saying? Bing, you know?
Yeah.
Then we had the show in the Valley. It was a bunch of crazy shit, man. Motherfuckers could have died that night. It's a long story, man, you know?
Yeah.
You know, we was young and we was doing a lot of shit, man. You know, popping pills, smoking dip, sipping syrup. We was doing all kinds
of knuckleheads, man.
All crazy, all type
we were just
shit.
street niggas that knew how to rap, you know what I'm saying? That's all that shit was.
Yeah,
killing time, you know, just killing time.
And I bring all this up, man. At its peak with Shut 'Em Down, was there any of y'all like ever got an offer or any kind of attention that y'all knew about from like a major label at the time?
Well, as far as I know, Bing was the one getting looked at the most. You know what I'm saying? You know, I remember D-Town giving phone calls and shit, and you know, I don't know, certain shit happened and they weren't having it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but Bing was getting a lot of attention, you know what I'm saying? Because he was that next dude up, you know?
Yeah.
So we did get a few calls, but, you know, D-Town trying to run everything, and it is what it is, you know what I'm saying? So certain shit didn't fall through. Yeah. But it was definitely offers there, you know?
Yeah.
And I think maybe it was more he was just trying to be independent. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Because again, music wasn't the main focus.
Unless the offer,
music was.
Unless the offer,
we did music, but
the offer was right.
The offer was right. We did it, but we did music, but we had other shit going on in the studio that was more important. You know what I'm
saying? Yeah. So again, the short run with Shut 'Em Down. What happened that started, causing the breakup with Shut 'Em Down?
Well, my nigga D-Town went to jail in between time. I think he did like 2 years, and then once them 2 years was going on, a lot of fuck shit's happening, you know what I'm saying? A lot of shit I can't say on camera. But, we all men, you know what I'm saying? So, we all make our own decisions. And when D-Town came back, it was just a whole different vibe, you know what I'm saying? So, motherfucker just started leaving and shit, you know?
Yeah.
That's what that was, you know?
So when y'all were a part of Shut 'Em Down, there was never really a contract. It was more like a agreement.
We did contracts.
We
did contracts.
Yeah.
That was the first thing we did was sign. D-Town was that smart. He did contracts on us and shit. Yeah, we was really signing all, you know. Yeah. But it was just, the side shit that was going on in the studio that was more important to us at the time, you know. Yeah. And like I say, like I tell everybody, we would have put like 20% more focus into rap, we would have made it. You know what I'm saying? We would have made it. But we were too busy thugging.
So let me ask y'all this, man, and this is just me being nosy now as a fan. How exactly did that work as far as the contracts? Like, how was the money being made? What were y'all getting paid for? Obviously the music, but I mean, like, were y'all getting paid for, like, hey, you jump on this track, you get paid? Or it was more, here's some upfront money, you're an artist from Shut 'Em Down?
Well, it happened all kind of ways. First he'll give us some money, then he'll give us some other things. You know what I'm saying? Just... we go to shows, boom, he take care of us. We ain't paying shit. He taking care of everything. We need money, he's there to help us, you know what I'm saying? So that's all that was, Of course, getting money off records and all that shit too, but just like everyday money, like, hey, D-Town, I need this, boom. And he made sure we never went without, That was one thing he did. He took care of his artists to the T,
Yeah. What was there ever, like, after the breakup, was there ever a time when you guys consider rebuilding Shut 'Em Down before the passing of D-Town?
Nah, after the passing of D-Town, how long ago we did put a Shut 'Em Down album, reunion.
That was around the time we did the interview,
Yeah, that was after D-Town.
It was that black cover with the red. Yeah.
Shut 'Em Down, the album.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember, I think y'all had tried with Baller
We tried, but then after D-Town died, we just like, fuck it, go ahead and, one time for D-Town,
Yeah.
He just spoke to me in my dream one day, and I'm like, fuck it, we're going to put the album together, and shit, we did, it's doing pretty good,
That's dope. I was talking to Bing, man, and one of the stories he was telling me, he shared a story with us. He said you guys were had just opened up for Big Pokey, actually, R.I.P. He said they opened up for Big Pokey, and in between sets, you guys got off stage, and before Big Pokey got on stage, he says he remembered there was like a freestyle competition, and that, he's like, man, the Shut 'Em Down boys were like, man, Bing, get on it. Like, so I decided to get on it, and he says that, he won the competition, but they wouldn't pay him because he was a professional. They were like, you're a professional, you just got off stage, we can't pay you. And again, those are the cool stories that it'll be cool to have them domented.
Bing was the coldest on the freestyle. He was the coldest.
That show you talking about, man, we was in I want to say that was in Clute or Lake Jackson, and I want to say we were still 713 at that time, and it was either Clute or Lake Jackson, and we was opening for Pokey, and Kiki was performing that evening, and it was us, Pokey, and Kiki. You know what I'm saying? And we was the first act to perform, and then Pokey and Kiki. That's what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That night, yeah.
Do you guys have any stories like that were kind of like, because he said like, man, that's one of my most memorable moments of him freestyling.
Yeah, shit. I got one little story, man. We was at a show at Hullabaloo's, and this motherfucker Bing pull up to the studio. He ain't dressed for the show, man. So we take him back home to get dressed. So me and Big Flake, we out there waiting. Man, 30 minutes passed by. We're like, what the fuck? What's up with Bing? Go to the window, see, look through the window. I see Bing knocked the fuck out, sleep. You know what I'm saying? Asleep. I had to wake him up. Bing, we got a show. Bing, we got a show. That motherfucker wasn't having it, man. You know what I'm saying? That motherfucker fell asleep.
He didn't show up to the show?
Yeah, he ended up. It was late. We got there just in time to get on stage, but it was just getting them there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Bing had other things on his mind. It was crazy.
We had a lot of crazy shit going on, like real drama, street shit. I remember R.I.P. Nut. I remember, getting into it at Hullabaloo's. Nut got stabbed in the parking lot. It was a lot of shit going on, man. So, like I said, we was really living that.
Yeah.
Really not to try to glorify it or nothing, but we just talking about our history.
Correct.
And
not saying it was right, but that's what it was.
And we was out there, man, just tripping.
Yeah.
We was out there tripping. I remember Nut got stabbed, Mario got stabbed. We were always fighting. I remember going to Corpus to do a show. We get into it, man. R.I.P. Flatline laid somebody out.
I remember that
shit. Laid a motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? We getting into it with some dudes at the club.
We made the news that night.
Yeah, Flatline dropped him, laid him out. You know what I'm saying? That's we was young. We was young. We was tripping. I was 27 years old. 26, 27 years old. I'm almost 50 now. You know what I'm saying?
Or that time at the hotel, they thought Bing stole the fucking cash register.
Oh yeah, at the
Hotel 6 in the Valley.
At the Summer Valley Jam.
Yeah, fucking Bing, man. They damn fool broke into the restaurant, stole the fucking what do you call them thing? Cash register.
Yeah. Yeah, we was tripping, man.
He said we was tripping.
Yeah, fucking Bing.
And again, like you said, it's not being glorified. It's just it's what happened, and that's what it is.
It's our past. That's what happened, and that's a true story. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
It is what it is. That's what it was, and let's talk about now.
Okay.
Let's talk about now, man.
Okay.
I know October 4th you just dropped Pure Dope 7-track EP.
Yeah.
For
Dope.
anybody who hasn't heard it. Talk to us about that project.
That was just some songs I had in the vault, man. You know what I'm saying? And I just been thinking, damn, I need to drop something soon. So I just put a couple songs together and just, drop that shit, get a little money for Christmas,
Yeah.
Try to make a little extra money,
Yeah.
Daughter went to college, so I gotta make all that money back,
Yeah. Big C, man, you mentioned you haven't really dropped the project. It's been a lot of features. Obviously the project you guys dropped together. What can we expect here in the next couple of months, maybe in the next year?
Man, I don't know, man. Right now I'm just doing features. You know what I'm saying? And I've been doing features with different cats. You know what I'm saying? I got a video out with I did a song with Rick Meeks. It's called No Pressure. We did a video for that one. You know what I'm saying? That's out. I got a song I'm supposed to be doing with these guys called Crime Partners. So I'm just doing features, man. You know what I'm saying? And a couple other people have hit me up for some features. And that's about all I've been doing, man. It's just features and, you know, Sen's talking about and let's do it in the EP. A little 3-4 song EP, you know what I'm saying? But you know, I already had said, you know, after the bottom of the map I was calling it quits, you know what I'm saying? And just, you know, of course, for the love of the music, I was still gonna be doing features, you know what I'm saying? Just cause I love this music shit, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's as far as the album, you know, ain't got nothing happening on that end. But you know, the as of right now, the bottom of the map was the last one, and then you know, just doing features, man.
Dope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, just doing features, man.
That's dope, man. Where can people get a hold of you so they can get a feature locked in?
Oh man, if you want to get with me and get a feature locked in, man, Big C Da OG on Big C Da OG 713 on Instagram. I got a music page on Facebook, Big C. You know, then I got my regular Facebook, you know, Charles Big C Antoine, you know what I'm saying? Big C Da OG 713 on my TikTok, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's multiple ways, you know, motherfuckers can holler at me, you know what I'm saying, if they want a feature or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I'm reasonable. I ain't trying to rape nobody or tax nobody or none of that type of shit, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like I'm reasonable for somebody who's been doing this shit for 31 years, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I say 31 summers, 31 years, you know.
Let the resume speak for itself,
yeah, and the resume speak for itself, man, just like you just said, man, so that's what's up. Yeah.
That's dope. Sen, I know, you know, me and C joked about it earlier. You like to drop 10 tapes a year.
Yeah, I got to.
As we mentioned, you know, Pure Dope just dropped earlier in this month. What else can we expect coming out of you?
Man, I got at least 3 more projects I'm working on. I ain't got the names of them yet. I'm just putting the songs together, and once I get certain songs that I'm putting on each one, then I come with the names and shit, you know.
Dope.
So I'm got 3 more coming this year.
Yeah. One question that I forgot to ask. As far as when it comes to Shut 'Em Down, is there like any unreleased tracks that never came out that may be coming out or that you guys...
We got a ton of unreleased, and hopefully if everything, you know, go
Who owns
good.
These?
Shit. My boy Convict got the hard drives, you know what I'm saying? So hopefully we put something together. We can get somebody to go in and get the songs out.
Yeah.
And hopefully we put some unreleased shit out, you know?
Dope.
That's what we're working on right now.
To have like you know, was that movie back in
which one?
Back into the Future type type thing, and kind of take it back and bring those.
So we hoping we can get them songs off, man, because we got a lot to put out, you know.
It's dope, man. Look, man, I appreciate y'all time. Appreciate y'all stopping by. If you haven't done so, make sure you check out Bottom of the Map, available on all streaming services. We'll put their link on the description of the video, description of the podcast. Check out the music, run up the numbers. The visuals are coming soon. It's cold. It's already out. That's one of the visuals for the project. Make sure you guys check that out. Any last minute shout outs y'all want to give?
Yeah, man. Shout out, man. You know what I'm saying, to everybody out there holding it down, all the underground artists. Free Bean. Shout out that boy Mexican OT doing his damn thing, man. We rooting for you, boy.
Yo, man, I just want to say, man, shout out to everybody, man, who been riding with us since day one, man, and that's just still riding with us, man, still showing love, man. We appreciate it, man, really, man, from right here, man. We appreciate it, man. God bless y'all, man, and keep on showing love, man.
Already, shit. Once again, the Damn Sen Big C, the OG. I'm saying OGs from Fat Texas, Shut 'Em Down, and 713 Stunners, and it's a lot of history that we can sit here and talk about.
This Color Mafia, it goes on, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, yo, make sure y'all pick up that Grim and Shadow album, man.
Screaming Shadow since day one, available on all streaming services as well. Make sure you guys check that out. And once again, appreciate you guys for stopping by. Appreciate y'all's time. It's your boy JVaz, and you're watching Texas Underground Legends. Let's go.
Models all around me, it's looking like a good night. Bodyguard and all red, my nigga think he Suge Knight.